NFC playoff picture. The only seed that has actually been handled right now is the 1 seed. Everything else is up for grabs. There's a whole host of scenarios the way that everything will play out today. As a matter of fact, the Lions could potentially report as eligible for the 2 seed still. Just be careful when you go up and re-report. That's all I'm saying. It's on you. All right. So the Cowboys, if they have the hiccups in D.C., the Eagles could still win the NFC East. That's the way that goes for that one. Mike Garafolo is in MetLife for us. Mike?
Rich, it's that time of year we talk about coaches on the proverbial hot seat. Would you believe some folks speculated and wrote this past week that Nick Sirianni should be on said seat? I spoke to Eagles defensive tackle Fletcher Cox about that the other day, and he said that's a little bit much, right? We're talking about a first-year coach who's taken us to the playoffs 3 straight years, took us to the championship game last year. He said that's a little bit of overkill. Now, Sirianni still has the respect of the veterans in the locker room. A.J. Brown saying the other day that Sirianni put the blame on the coaches for the interception late against Seattle when it was the players that made that adjustment on site. Talked to Cox about that. He says he does the same thing to us privately that he does publicly. He says it's my job, my fault that I didn't get you prepared to play. Rich, Cox said you've got to appreciate that.
All right, thanks very much. So Jalen Hurts has been giving it away like Oprah's giving away cars lately, unfortunately. A.J. Brown with 1 game. I could not do this. 1 game with 100 or more receiving yards since week 9. As you know, over the first couple months of the season, he was really doing that with regularity. And 4 games with fewer than 20 points with 1 such game.
Wait a minute. Okay, wait.
This is actually happening
I got him. You can trust me.
Okay, here we go. He's trying to get rid of the hiccups right now on the air.
Chuck it down, Irv.
Here we go. I have no idea how this is turning into this right now.
Can I just do this?
Here we go. Okay, we good?
We're good?
It's like The Undertaker.
He's cured.
Yeah!
Let's
go, baby. Hey, teamwork.
I'm back, boy. I told you.
Teamwork.
That's all it took. Now, where was I?
Here we go.
Man, thank you. It works, man. You see that? Somebody gave us that remedy, a couple years ago when I had that issue? And that thing worked. Rich, what's going on, Rich? That thing worked. It's gone. Look at this. I'm talking again.
No,
it
I'm
works.
fine. I'm fine.
What is that?
I'm good. I just want to make sure everything's fine.
We got back right.
Okay.
Woo. That's good.
So what's the question?
I don't know. Anybody want to talk about length? Last time we had one of these on national television. Okay, so.
Hey, man, that's...
The topic bar is... Put the topic bar. Is there still time? How about this?
My team,
maybe for the Eagles defense, we need to turn them upside down and give them some water. Because that might be the only way to cure them.
Everybody should be
what's going on? Is there still time to save? Can they flip a switch, Steve? What do we have here?
Here's the thing, and I say yes.
Yeah.
With reservation, yes. You always want to finish the season hot, playing your best ball, healthy, into the playoffs with momentum, right? Well, the Eagles started off 10-1, and now they've lost 4 out of 5 games. You're like, what's wrong with the Eagles, right? They're not hot right now. But I will remind you, this is a heck of a roster. Very, very talented veteran roster. Been there, done that kind of stuff, okay? And I also will remind you that in 2012, Joe Flacco with the Ravens started off the season very hot, won 9 games, and they lost 4 out of 5 down the stretch. And everybody, we probably had the same conversation. What's wrong with Flacco and the Ravens, Ray Lewis's last year and all that stuff? Well, you know what? They won the Super Bowl. Joe held that Super Bowl because they got hot in the playoffs. So I say the Eagles, with this talented team, could, I don't want to say flip a switch, but they're capable of playing very good football, better than what they've been playing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the question says, will they save their season? Well, I don't know exactly what that means because we're talking about expectations. A team that went to the Super Bowl last year and lost, their expectation is to win the Super Bowl again. So I don't believe they saved their season from that perspective. Do I believe they can get back on track to some degree? Yes. Do I believe they can win a playoff game? Yes, I do believe they can win a playoff game. But we were talking about a little bit earlier, Irv. There are so many issues right now with this football team that it's not just one area. It's not just one side of the ball. They're struggling on both sides of the ball. And I just think it is too much to ask a football team when you're struggling across the board that, oh, all of a sudden everything is going to come together and we can save the season, making a long, deep run in the playoffs. But I do believe they are good enough and talented enough win today, win a playoff game, and make it tough on some people along the way.
And so do I. And so do I. And Kurt, you guys have been here before. You know, where you go to the Super Bowl, that next year you're looking to get back to the playoffs while everybody's playing you hard. And you're like, we just got to get to the playoffs. Well, they're basically in the playoffs. I love that A.J. Brown had a little event and brought the whole team over. So what he's saying is, whatever people are saying about me being mad, all of that's out the way. I organized this event. I want everybody to know we put all that behind us. It's amazing how the playoffs has a way of making you put all that crazy stuff behind you. Because in regular season games, you mess up and you're not on the same page. Okay, we lose a game. Right now, you mess up. That missed throw by Minshew and them last, you just lost the Super Bowl. Go home. So you start putting down all that old bull stuff that went on and you start playing. And also, think about this here. Jalen Hurts, he had a lot of interceptions. Late in the year, he stopped throwing some of those trust you balls to A.J. Brown, those same balls that we were showing up here. It's interesting you mentioned Flacco. Flacco had your guy, Anquan Bolden. He was throwing those trust you balls, and he took it all the way to the Super Bowl.
Well, as you could see, there's still time to come back, as personified by
Don't tell me to rap. I got rid of my hiccups, man.
Michael
I talked
Irvin.
a lot.
I've never seen more cogent analysis by a man who was prone on a desk. Or out for the Buffalo Bills. That's if the Jacksonville Jaguars win in Tennessee today. If they win in Tennessee today, they are the 4th seed. The Texans are a wild card, which means tonight's game for the Buffalo Bills would either be for the AFC East or the couch. That said, if the Jaguars lose, then the Bills and Dolphins are just basically for...
Rich, the Dolphins' core mantra this season is adversity is an opportunity. It knocked this week. Embarrassing blowout loss to the Ravens. Star receiver Jalen Waddle and Raheem Mostert likely out due to injuries. Xavier Howard and Bradley Chubb already out. And look, even star receiver Tyreek Hill missed practice this week due to an accidental fire in his home. But there's a worry in the Dolphins fan base of here we go again. 15 years since their last AFC East crown. 23 years since their last playoff win. But Miami still has one advantage, home field versus the Bills tonight, where they're 7-1 this season. Left tackle Teron Armstead explained to me that their pre-snap communication is much cleaner, and that's key because of all the motion they do pre-snap. So ultimately, they hope being home offsets all of the adversity.
Underneath the blue sea,
easy touchdown for the Miami Dolphins.
Where dolphins play.
27-13 with 4:34 remaining.
In this water wonderland.
Just so much better as a team.
Touchdown! This is over.
What the heck just happened?
Floundering.
Oh my gosh. Did somebody make a play? Okay, boys, it's sink or swim time.
Everything's kind of negative.
You either swim or you drown.
Kind of floundering.
You either swim or you drown.
Dolphins are getting crushed here in Baltimore.
Old-fashioned butt kicking right there.
You either swim or you drown. Floundering.
Tua Tagovailoa, we always talk about his success against the Patriots. Not so against the Bills. 1-5 in his career against the Bills. Dolphins are 1-5 when Tua's sacked 3 or more times, when he can't get rid of the ball quickly or is forced to hold on to it to the point where he's horizontal rather than going vertical. And the Bills, as you could see, their forte is coming up with sacks in bunches. Welcome to NFL Game Day Morning, presented by Lowe's. We know football. Lowe's knows home improvement. Rich Eisen, my coach Steve Mariucci, my Hall of Famers Kurt Warner and Michael Irvin at the end of the set. Once again, the Buffalo Bills absolutely took apart the Dolphins back in week number 4, and then their season started to fall apart with injuries on defense, and then obviously some inconsistency on offense that cost Ken Dorsey his gig as offensive coordinator. Then things turned around for Buffalo. They have a possibility of winning this division with this game tonight, and Tua and the Dolphins offense may not have Jalen Waddle or Raheem Mostert or both tonight. So how does Tua and this Dolphins offense have any success against the Bills defense that has really gotten stout?
Yeah, when you look back to week 4, I believe that the Bills are going to do the same sort of thing that they did last time. And it's going to be answering the questions that the Bills gave them last time. And it starts with Tua Tagovailoa, that they're going to do a number of different things. What we know is that the Dolphins want to hit between the hash and the numbers. So Tua is going to be confident and take shots that maybe he shouldn't always take in those situations. Right here, trying to fit it into a tight window, turns into an interception instead of a big play. The other thing Buffalo did, they had a great blitz plan. Try to speed up Tua. Make him throw the ball before he wants to. You see it with the corner coming off the edge. Now he's got to think fast, try to make a positive play, and something that I've said all year. Really good when he hits his number one guy. When he's forced to go to his 2 and 3 read, not nearly as successful. Right here, forced out of the pocket. Should have been another interception right there. So these are the same things I believe the Bills and Sean McDermott are going to do again. They're going to blitz. They're going to force him to throw it quick. They're going to try to make him go into tight windows. And then most importantly, force him to hold the football, because Tua is a different quarterback when he holds the football and has to work through his progression.
Huge that Waddle may not play in this game, because Miami is a big play waiting to happen, right, with Tyreek Hill. And so this Bills defense will test his patience. And you just showed some soft cover 2, some cover 3, and then even the blitz was fire zone blitz. And so Tua has got to be patient. He can't take shots down the field when they're not there. Check it down, throw it underneath, run the ball, throw the screens, and maybe your drive goes 10 plays and not 2 because you throw the ball to Tyreek Hill. Today, Tua's patience will be tested, and if he gets a little greedy, he's going to throw the ball to the Bills.
And when you play him so much, okay, these hiccups has come back here now.
Do you need to be scared?
Hold on a minute.
Let's go up.
Hold on a minute. Here we go. Hold on a minute. I got it for you.
Hold on a second, Irv. I got it for you. You want to be scared? You ready? Ready? The Commanders win.
Ah! They're gone. Okay, that's good. I hope they're gone. But listen, let me. Now I'm waiting on them. Okay, I'm good. Oh, no, yeah. Listen, let me tell you. This is what I'm saying. What they do, because they know you so well, Buffalo, they fall in those areas that Miami loves to throw the ball. You saw Baltimore do it when Roquan picked up a ball right into that seam route and then returned it. And this is why I say Achane has to come step back in this game and do some great running again.
Good, Irv.
I'm going to have to lay upside down.
Let me help you out. You know what? Irv gets the hiccups once in a while, okay?
Yeah.
So before the show, he had the hiccups before the green room. And so he
we have that.
do it upside down, drinking water, upside down. That cures it, right?
Right. It cured it.
Can we do that right now?
I got through the first hour. Yeah, I'm going to do it right when we go to commercial break. I'm going to do it right now.
No, right over here with the people.
No, that's it.
Come on, do it. Come on, television.